Fukuya. 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 Josie and Fukuya. Those are the names of two of my bicycle touring pro readers who happen to live in Vienna, Austria. And before I tell you about Josie and Fukuya, let me take you back a little bit and tell you what's been going on. So I've ridden my bicycle with the help of a couple trains from Poznan, Poland to Prague in the Czech Republic. Once I arrived in Prague, I met up with my friends Kevin, Michael, and Lene, and together the four of us rode our bicycles south from Prague all the way to the city of Vienna, Austria, over the course of about 1 week. Once we made it to Vienna, Kevin and I met up with Josie and Fukuya, who live in Vienna, Austria, and agreed to host us at their home for 2 nights. So we stayed in Vienna for 2 nights, saw the city a little bit, went out to dinner with Josie and Fukuya, and then the following day, the four of us packed up our bicycles and began cycling south together. This was Josie and Fukuya's first bicycle tour ever. And Josie is just 13, 14 years old. She's a teenager. And Fukuya, he's a little bit older, but this was his first bike tour as well. So it was really great to have not only Kevin riding with me, my friend Kevin, who's joined me on a lot of bike tours all around the world, but Josie and Fukuya as well to be joining us on their first bicycle tour ever. So you guys ready to ride today?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. First stop, we're gonna go to the supermarket, I think, get some food, and then the river, and then beyond.
Great.
Hey.
A nice view.
Has Josie done that route before?
Yeah, first time.
Yeah, she was.
Twice? Okay, only twice.
Well, you were fast too. Good morning, Darren Alff here from BicycleTouringPro.com. We are on the Eurovelo 6 route, which is the Danube River route, here just outside of Vienna, Austria. Now the Eurovelo 6 route is probably the most popular bicycle touring route in Europe, and it's popular because it's flat. And it goes all the way from the border of France and Spain, kind of, all the way to the Black Sea in Bulgaria and Romania. And it goes through a whole bunch of countries along the way, and the route is very similar to what you can see here. It's very well marked, largely flat, and extremely popular, especially this section between Vienna and Budapest. That's really one of the most popular sections of this route to ride. Today, I'm on the road with my friend Kevin, who's from Australia. He's been cycling with me for the last week. We started in Prague in the Czech Republic and rode our bikes here to Vienna, Austria over the last 7 days. And now, when we arrived in Vienna, we were invited into the home of Fukuya and his family. And they live here in Vienna, and they kind of invited us into their home, let us stay there for 2 nights. And now Fukuya and his 14-year-old daughter Josie are joining us on our bike ride to the east towards Bratislava and possibly beyond. We'll see how they do and whether they want to continue with us all the way to Budapest. But we're just going today, 55 kilometers, kind of keeping it short and simple and easy. And we'll see how they're doing in the morning, but it's really fun to have the two of them on their first bike tour with us here in Austria and Slovakia. What time is it, Kevin?
Well, according to me, it's 11 o'clock.
Yeah? What does that
I'm
mean?
an hour out of sync somehow.
What does 11 o'clock mean?
11 o'clock means coffee.
Yeah.
What else does 11 o'clock mean? What else can it possibly mean? This is a great example of business placement. 25 k's on that flat section. You come over the little dike, and here, the first thing you see.
Pull in here. Yeah.
Beautiful. So you can't ride past. It's impossible to ride past.
It's 12.
This is good. Yeah. Great spot for a little cafe. Look at that. Beautiful day. Beautiful garden. Good selection of food and coffee. This is like tourist. No, this is the joy. It is truly. I mean, I make a joke, but it is truly one of the joys of bicycle touring here. Beautiful ride, out in the weather, the wind in your face, and you arrive at a little place like this. It's just magic. Magic.
What do you think of the trip thus far?
Good, I think great start.
Yeah.
And I think we will make it this today.
Yeah, for sure.
And then beyond. I think we will.
How do you think she's doing?
I think she's doing great. Right, Joe? I think she's beating us all.
I think so too.
I'll try my best.
Your best certainly good enough.
Getting close to the campground.
You are?
Only 5 kilometers.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
How are you feeling?
Feeling pretty good. Not tired.
You're gonna make it?
I'm gonna make it, yeah. 100%.
Cool. Alright, we're in the final stretch now, just 1 kilometer down to the river, and hopefully the campsite is open. There were no signs coming in here saying there was a campsite, so I'm a little nervous, but it should be good. So we found this campground on the map, but it seems pretty primitive. There's no bathrooms as far as we can tell. There's a big structure that allows you to look out over the river. There's a campsite area here for a fire. There's the Danube River. Kevin's exploring up there to see if there's bathrooms inside. It's a cool campsite though, because I mean there's a fire pit there and that we would have all to ourselves and quiet, and the river.
I mean, there's probably toilets in the village, which is about, what, 1 kilometre up the road.
Yeah, if you really had to go. That's true. Because yeah, I think the other campground is going to be more like a parking lot.
Yeah, okay, let's take it.
Yeah?
You okay with that, Jesse?
Okay.
It is for nothing though.
No, it's not.
No, the only thing, I suppose I can go into town. We can go to town and get water into the village.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
get
we'll
water.
just go with what, yeah.
So if we set up a camp, then take the panniers off, we can ride back in and get some water,
I agree.
a little bottle of wine.
Yeah, yeah, that'd be great.
So we found this really cool campsite that's right here on the edge of the Danube River. The unfortunate part is there are no bathrooms here, there are no showers. There's a campfire pit, but a sign that says we can't have a campfire. but there's free camping and there's no one else here. It's a really beautiful spot. So we've decided to camp here for the night. This is Josie's like first time camping, or maybe like second time camping in her whole life. Fukuya doesn't have a whole lot of camping experience, I don't think, so it should be a good first night out on the road, sleeping under the stars. It'll be an interesting one for sure. We're setting up our tents now, and yeah, should be good. So this is your first time setting up the tent?
Yes.
Yeah. and tell me about your camping experience. How much camping experience do you have?
I have 0.
0?
I have 0, yes.
First time ever in your life?
Yep,
Wow, that's exciting.
first time. What can I do here?
Yeah. Yeah. Usually this falls here. You see? And then the entrance is the other side.
Yeah. So the other way.
Yeah, the other way. The other way. No. You take this, you take this. Yes. Good job. Next.
How?
Good question.
Depends on how hard the ground is. Sometimes you have to find a rock or something.
Right. Wait. I think.
That's easier, right?
What is this?
Oil.
Oil? Is that the oil?
I don't know.
Gas, no?
Gas.
Okay.
Gas.
And?
Fire and torture device.
Torture device. Torture device for mouse.
Oh, yeah, okay. What does this do?
Yeah, what does that do?
You know the answer.
Well, Annie, you said this is fire part.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Nope. Alright. May I know what this is?
Wait, what is?
This.
Yes, a torch. Not torture.
Oh. This is a torch. It doesn't look like right.
Okay.
Yeah. And water. Then fire. In there.
Okay, assume that the fire is going on now. Wow, how do you? What are these things? You look. Where does it? Where it's connected?
To the
To
side.
this. Do you see how it's connected?
Where do you put the fire part?
What?
Where do you put the fire part? It
What does this do?
turns on something.
Turns on what?
Gas.
From where?
Here.
Here to here.
And then you put the fire on.
Yes.
Whoa. I did it! See?
Ta-da! It's boiling.
That took us like a solid 20 minutes, but you learn from your mistakes.
Yeah, true.
You grow.
What did you get for dinner tonight?
What happened to the photo?
Oh, I have no more dinner anymore.
No more dinner?
That's it.
Oh god.
You knocked the saucepan off.
No dinner tonight.
I did that too. I still have some water left. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Shoot. Okay, I'm done.
1, 2, 3.
How?
Oh.
Oh, that's so bad. Okay, good game.
Good game.
What are you making, Kevin?
I'm making pea spectacular.
Pea? That doesn't sound good.
It's vegetarian. There's the label.
Oh, okay, that kind of peas.
That kind of peas. To which I've added a little thing of noodles.
Oh.
Yeah, looks nice.
It should keep me going for about 3 days.
Yeah?
And what are you making over there?
Making frittaten soup.
Was that like excellent German pronunciation?
It was amazing.
Yeah.
10 out of 10. World class.
Say it.
I can't say any better than you. It's like, Frittaten Suppe.
Frittaten soup.
That's how you say it, right? Right?
That was good.
That
Yeah.
was good. 8 years of progress.
Me too, 8 years of progress. In Japanese, it's just a freshly scooped soap. Yeah, it is. I think they use real soybeans because many tofu they don't use real soybeans. It was so good.
Why?
This is my water bottle.
That was easy though. Oh.
So, it was a pretty good day overall. We cycled close to 60 kilometers, I think 57 kilometers, something like that, today. And it was good having Josie and Fukuya with us. We were a little afraid maybe they'd slow us down or something, but no, actually they were quite fast, sometimes even faster than I would normally cycle. So, yeah, it was great. And then we found this amazing little campsite. Pretty early in the day, actually. This is the earliest we've ever finished any ride on this particular trip thus far, so had quite a bit of time here at the campsite to just hang out. No showers, no bathrooms, but the campsite itself is pretty spectacular. We had dinner up on this elevated platform, played some games and stuff in camp, talked a little bit, and now the rest of the group has gone to a nearby pub and they're watching the World Cup soccer game on TV. I decided to stay here back at camp and just kind of hang out and watch the tents and the bikes and everything. So that's pretty much it for our first day with Fukuya and Josie. It was really well, and they're talking about riding with us all the way to Budapest in Hungary. So we'll see how they are in the morning. They're kind of doing this trip open-ended, so they're not sure. Maybe they will go home tomorrow from Bratislava in Slovakia. We'll probably get there before noon tomorrow, I'm guessing, have lunch in town, and then continue down the river from there towards Budapest. So we'll see in the morning if they get any sleep in their tent or not tonight. Maybe they'll wake up and be totally miserable in the morning, or maybe they'll wake up and be raring to go. We'll see. This is their very first time camping. Josie, I don't think, has ever camped like this out in a tent before, so it'll be interesting to see how she does in the evening once it gets dark and she has to go to bed. But overall, a very good day, very fun. And yeah, it's nice to have some new and different company with us out here on the road. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm Darren Alff from BicycleTrainPro.com, and I hope to see you out on the road sometime soon. Bye-bye.
Hello.
Hey, you excited to sleep in the tent?
Very so much excited.
That's good.
Yeah, it doesn't open.
Think there's room for your dad in there?